Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have received a new track from the king himself, the King Gizzard, and his lizard wizards. After releasing not 5, but 5 albums in 2017, they finally announced a new album called Fishing for Fishies that's coming out this year. And boy, let me tell you, I just want to eat it up like a little fishy snack. And this is the second single off this record. No, it's the third, you idiot. Third single off that new record. This track has a ton of different styles in it. There's some classic country, southern twang guitar influences, along with classic blues rock, and even some folk mixed in there. These guys are known for their no-nonsense, very clean and dry production, and they've kept that up on this song. I love how they don't add any bollocks. It's just literally the instruments and the vocals being recorded. And everything else you hear in there is 100% coming from the instruments themselves and the effects pedals on the guitar. And because they're not doing too much with the production, that really complements the mix of all these different styles. Because if they had a very specific type of production that complements only one style, the other styles would feel out of place. And one thing you really notice when you hear this song for the first time is that the vocals really take a back seat. The song is extremely instrumentally driven. It's very atmospheric and really does paint a picture in your mind. The vocals are very hollow on this track, and it really brings the song down, while the instrumentation brings the song up. And adding on to the guitar tone point, they do an excellent job with the way the guitar sounds, the way it's played, and of course the effects. And I absolutely love the use of the tremolo on the guitar solo. And going back to that point about them using a lot of different styles, the bass in this song is very funky, but it's not too over the top. It blends well with the other guitar tones. Some of their previous albums, the whole track listing on a single album was very similar throughout all the tracks, and they stuck with that classic sound that they're known for. But this track makes me think they're going to be a little bit more diverse on this album, and jump around from style to style on track to track. And that diversity on this song makes it very interesting to listen to. It almost feels like each minute of this song is a different type of style, or adds a new style into it. They even start going back to that classic alt-rock near the end of the song. So when you have a lot of funky stuff in the beginning, you still also get a little bit of their normal stuff at the end. They do an excellent job of taking all sorts of different genres of classic rock and mixing them into one, almost creating their own new unique thing, but without it sounding old and outdated, but it also sounds new. It's like a perfect mesh of old and new. The lyrics aren't terribly creative or inventive, but they don't necessarily have to be on every song, and that just makes it kind of a fun and wacky song. They're just talking about the boogeyman and all the bullshit he gets up to on a daily basis, and that's the entire song. The boogeyman does this, the boogeyman does that. And that's totally alright with us. Write your heart out. Write about that boogeyman. Let us know what he does. At least they're not writing about the booger man. Yeah. King Gizzard has only been a band for 3 years, and they put out more music than some bands have put out in 10. And that being said, the quality is still really up there. So I'm very surprised with how they can keep this standard of music while also releasing a ton of it. And as a music fan, that makes me really happy. I mean, there are a few times where a song does feel a little half-baked or a little bit like it was kind of thrown together, but that's very minimal in comparison to the rest of their songs. I'm really stoked to hear the rest of this album. I've really enjoyed what I've heard so far. So we're gonna be reviewing the whole album when it comes out, hopefully. Assuming we don't get malaria. Because of anti-vaxxers. I'm gonna give this song a 70. I like it. I don't absolutely love it. I don't think I'm gonna listen to it 10,000 times over and over, but I certainly enjoyed it a lot, and I'm gonna go back to it. For me, this track is a 74. And that's really all I have to say. Let us know what you thought of this song in the comments. Yep.
This is Oprah Winfrey. Subscribes, no responsibilities. Right the f*** now.